Hey y'all, so let's get right into this cheesy and creamy seafood mac and cheese. I topped with a fried lobster. I started with Gruyère, Harvarti, Parmesan, mozzarella, and pepper jack cheeses. I used about a half of block of each one, and I grated it. I also used cheddar cheese as well. You have to add that cheddar, y'all. Even though we're going with white cheeses, you got to have cheddar. I boiled my water and added my pasta noodles. You can use whatever kind you like. This is the kind I used. And I added in some chicken bouillon to that water while boiling and cooked that just as the package directs. I grabbed one lobster tail, cleaned it, and about 7 pieces of shrimp, and I diced those in half. I seasoned it with Old Bay and garlic lemon pepper, which is my seasoning. You can get that right in the link in my bio. Next, I grab a pan and a non-stick pan, and I put my seafood in first to get a nice sear on it, and then I added in about 1 tablespoon of butter. Teaspoon of butter. I removed my seafood, and in that same pan, I started with my roux. Y'all, this is my first time using a roux for mac and cheese. I never thought flour was necessary when using a mac because the cheese is a binder itself, but I gave it a try. We're all about trying new recipes and trying new things, so I also use different flavors. So here I added 3 teaspoons of butter and then 3 teaspoons of flour, and I mixed that. Did not burn it. You have to mix it and make sure it doesn't burn. Then I added a half of can of evaporated milk and about a pint of heavy cream. Next, I added in a bunch of salt seasoning because we know that does not have any salt. And then I added in some smoked paprika, a dash of nutmeg, just a dash of nutmeg, and a dash of sugar. Yes, I said nutmeg and sugar, y'all. Trust me on this one. These flavors worked. Then I added about a half of my cheese mixture that I grated to that roux, mixed it up until it was nice and creamy like this. Next, I got my noodles and I seasoned those too. I added soul seasoning, Cajun seasoning, a little bit of garlic salt, and a tad bit of garlic salt, tad bit, and onion powder and black pepper and paprika. Mix that up, and then I put in my cheese mixture. Next, after I mixed that cheese up real well, I added that seafood right in there, y'all. Juices and everything. Just added the seafood right to the bowl. Mixed it up really well. Then I grabbed my non-stick baking dish and I layered it up. Pasta, cheese, pasta, cheese. I ended up using everything and it fit perfect in this bowl, with me using a half a bag of my pasta noodles and a half a block each of my cheeses. Everything worked out well. If you layer it just like this, it'll come out just like mine, trust me. I topped it with a little bit of smoked paprika, baked it in the oven at 425, and it came out like this. Yeah, it was so good. Now make sure you put something on the bottom of your oven because it's going to boil over a little bit. I had mine sitting on top of another dish so I wouldn't ruin my oven. And yes, I pulled it directly out of the middle just so you guys can see how cheesy and creamy this seafood mac and cheese is. It is a #1 banger. I may not always do my mac and cheese with the roux, but here's another recipe for the books. If you don't have my ebooks, grab them. There's a different mac and cheese recipe in every ebook, and this one is going in the next ebook. You better believe it. Eat it just like this. Add your sides. I did a fried lobster tail, which I'm going to show you guys in the next video. I did a hot honey lobster tail. Those flavors just worked so well with this mac and cheese. The flavor of this with the cheeses and seasonings were definitely a banger. It is something you're going to want to add to your list of things to do. Trust me on this. And this is how it went down in Club Kitchen. See ya.